Have you ever wondered why some people beyond 60 still walk with ease, their eyes bright, their voice steady and strong, while many others of the same age carry a body that feels heavy, tired, and slow? Is it only because of age, or is there another secret hidden within the body? We grow up believing that aging means decline, that once we pass 40, 50, and then 60, everything can only go downhill. But the truth is far less simple. If you look closely, you will see that strength, clarity, and joy do not suddenly vanish. They are like the flame in an old oil lamp. When there is plenty of oil, the flame burns bright. But when the oil runs low, it flickers, weakens, and dims. Age is the passing of time that lets the oil run dry. But the secret lies in knowing how to refuel. And what is fascinating is that this fuel is not distant or rare. It exists in the small choices of daily life, in meals, in sunlight, in the habits we too often ignore. Many men after 60 believe that fatigue, aches, and a fading sense of desire are inevitable sentences. They accept slowing down, losing confidence, and retreating into silence. Yet there are others of the same age who rise early to walk, who join activities that excite them, who still carry the strength to live fully. The difference is not only in genes or luck, but in the way their bodies are still nourished, still receiving the essential elements that keep the flame alive. Science has shown that our bodies do not rely only on carbohydrates, proteins, or fats. The tiny micronutrients, the simple vitamins we often overlook, are in fact the keys that preserve strength, protect vessels, keep the nerves sharp, and rekindle the fire of testosterone. Yet most of us let these fade quietly until the body begins to sound alarms with unshakable fatigue, fading memory, or mornings that no longer carry the vitality they once did. The truth is that answers are not locked in costly pills or hidden in faraway treatments. Sometimes they rest in the warmth of the morning sun, in the sweetness of a ripe orange, in a humble bowl of whole grains. These are the gifts of nature, simple and safe, yet powerful enough to decide how you feel not only at 60, but also at 70 or even 80. In this journey, we will uncover 3 essential nutrients, 3 foundation stones that sustain the body, sharpen the mind, and keep joy alive. But I will not reveal everything at once. The true value lies in walking step by step, listening to the signals, and realizing that your body still holds wonders waiting to be awakened. Stay until the end, for the full picture only appears when all the pieces come together. And when that moment comes, you will understand that strength is not gone, it is only waiting for you to call it back. When a man reaches 60, the changes within his body are not always obvious at first, yet they are constant and undeniable. Muscles that once felt firm begin to soften, bones lose density, and joints creak with movements that were once effortless. Energy no longer flows endlessly. Sleep feels lighter and more fragmented, and mornings often arrive without the same sense of renewal. For many, these signals are dismissed as the unavoidable destiny of age. But science tells a deeper story. Hormones begin to shift quietly. Testosterone, the hormone tied to vitality and strength, declines year after year, bringing with it slower recovery, lower stamina, and reduced desire. Circulation, the lifeblood of performance, also weakens as vessels stiffen and arteries narrow. What once surged freely now moves with effort, leaving the body without the spark it needs to perform at its best. Even the nervous system changes, transmitting signals more slowly, turning quick reactions into hesitant responses. Oxidative stress becomes another silent force. Free radicals build up over decades, damaging the delicate lining of cells, nerves, and blood vessels. This invisible erosion chips away at strength from within, long before symptoms become obvious. At the same time, digestion grows less efficient, making it harder to absorb the very nutrients that could fight decline. The result is a body that not only slows with time, but also starves silently from within. Yet it is not only biology at work. The mind too plays a crucial role. Fear of aging, performance anxiety, and the weight of expectation can sap energy even faster than physical changes. Confidence fades, and with it, the natural ease of living. Many men mistake this combined pattern as a permanent decline, but in truth, It is a network of signals asking to be heard. What really happens after 60 is not a collapse, but an imbalance. Hormones, blood flow, nerves, digestion, and mindset all shift, and together they create the picture of weakness and fatigue that so many accept without question. But imbalance does not mean irreversible loss. The body is still capable of renewal when given what it needs. The nutrients, habits, and rituals we will explore in the next sections hold the power to restore balance, reignite confidence, and prove that age is not the end of vitality, only a new chapter. There is something timeless about the way morning sunlight touches the skin. For centuries, people have felt its warmth lift the spirit and awaken the body, yet few understand the science that lies beneath that feeling. At the heart of this quiet transformation is vitamin D, a nutrient so simple and yet so essential that without it bones weaken, muscles struggle, and even the spark of vitality begins to dim. After 60, this vitamin is no longer just important. It becomes a foundation for strength, performance, and confidence. Vitamin D is best known for its role in supporting calcium absorption and building bones, but its influence goes far beyond the skeleton. It supports muscle recovery, strengthens the immune system, regulates mood, and plays a key role in testosterone production. For men in particular, this connection is critical. Studies show that low levels of vitamin D are often linked with reduced testosterone, fatigue, and diminished endurance. What feels like the unavoidable weight of age may simply be the body signaling that this vital nutrient has grown scarce. The symptoms of deficiency can be subtle at first. A dull ache in the lower back, knees that feel weaker than before, fatigue that lingers even after rest. Over time, the signs deepen into brittle bones, fragile balance, and reduced muscle power. Many men dismiss these as normal signs of aging, but science makes clear that vitamin D deficiency is often to blame. It is not a permanent sentence, but a condition that can be reversed with awareness and care. The most powerful source of vitamin D does not come from a bottle, but from the sky. When morning sunlight strikes the skin, cholesterol molecules transform into vitamin D, ready to fuel bones, muscles, and hormones. Just 15 to 20 minutes of gentle sunlight, especially before the heat of midday, can be enough to awaken this process. It is the body's natural rhythm, aligned perfectly with the cycle of day and night. Unlike supplements, sunlight delivers vitamin D in a form the body readily accepts. And with it comes the added benefit of fresh air and movement. Food too holds part of the answer. Oily fish such as salmon and mackerel, eggs, fortified milk, yogurt, and mushrooms all provide meaningful amounts of vitamin D. For generations, these foods were staples of simple diets, and their quiet power helped sustain strength well into later years. Today, with more processed meals and less time outdoors, deficiencies have become common. Reintroducing these foods into daily life is not about luxury. It is about remembering what the body truly needs. Supplements can be useful, especially for those who live in colder climates or spend little time outdoors. But even here, timing matters. Vitamin D is fat soluble, meaning it is best absorbed with healthy fats in the morning, such as a meal with nuts, dairy, or egg. Taken at night, it may interfere with melatonin, the hormone of sleep, leaving rest disturbed. The body offers clear guidance if we listen. Morning is the time to welcome vitamin D, in harmony with the rising sun. When levels are restored, the difference can be striking. Muscles recover faster, bones feel steadier, mornings bring energy rather than fatigue. Even intimate confidence returns, fueled by the way vitamin D supports testosterone and circulation. It is not magic, it is the body returning to balance once its missing element has been supplied. Think of vitamin D as the light inside a hidden lamp. Without it, life feels heavy, strength flickers, and confidence wanes. With it, the flame grows steady again, bright enough to guide the way forward. After 60, this light is not optional, it is essential. The quiet source of power that allows men to stand strong, move freely, and live fully. There is a hidden strength inside something as ordinary as a piece of fruit. An orange, a guava, a handful of strawberries, or the crisp bite of a bell pepper may look simple, yet each one carries a force the body cannot live without. That force is vitamin C, a nutrient often remembered only during winter colds, but in truth far more powerful. After 60, it becomes not just helpful but essential, an invisible shield that guards blood vessels, supports recovery, and preserves the spark of vitality that age tries to take away. Vitamin C works in silence, protecting the body at the cellular level. It strengthens collagen, the protein that forms the structure of skin, muscles, and blood vessels. Without strong collagen, tissues weaken, joints ache, and vessels lose their flexibility. This is why men with low vitamin C often feel stiffness, fatigue, or poor circulation. What seems like a natural effect of aging may actually be the gradual erosion caused by this missing shield. Circulation is at the heart of vitality. Strong, flexible vessels allow blood to carry oxygen to every organ and muscle, fueling performance, stamina, and even intimacy. Vitamin C ensures that these vessels stay resilient. It acts as an antioxidant, fighting free radicals that otherwise damage the delicate lining of the arteries. With protection in place, blood flows freely, and the body recovers faster from effort. Without it, even small exertions can leave a man drained and discouraged. Immunity too depends heavily on vitamin C. In later years, infections become more common, and wounds heal more slowly. This is not just about the immune system weakening with age. It is about a lack of the raw material it needs to function. Vitamin C fuels white blood cells, helping them respond quickly and effectively. A man who nourishes his body with this vitamin is less likely to fall ill, and when he does, his recovery is quicker. The beauty of vitamin C is that nature has made it abundant. Citrus fruits, guava, kiwi, papaya, strawberries, peppers, broccoli, and tomatoes all hold rich amounts. In many cultures, these foods are daily staples, which is why deficiency is often a modern problem tied to processed diet. Returning to fresh, colorful produce is not just a matter of taste, it is medicine hidden in plain sight. Supplements exist, and they can help, but the most effective form remains natural food. Whole fruits and vegetables carry not only vitamin C, but also fibers and flavonoids that enhance absorption and balance blood sugar. The body responds to this combination more fully than to pills alone. A single serving of fruit in the morning, eaten consistently day after day, is worth far more than sporadic high doses of tablets. Timing matters as well. Vitamin C is water soluble, meaning it does not store in the body for long. It must be replenished daily. Taken in the morning on an empty stomach with water, it enters quickly and primes the system for the day. Even small amounts spread through meals can keep levels steady, ensuring the shield is always in place. When vitamin C is restored, the difference can be felt not only in immunity but in stamina, energy, and recovery. Muscles ache less, fatigue fades faster, and circulation improves. Men who once felt drained after a walk or a moment of intimacy notice that their body responds with greater resilience. The shield may be invisible, but its presence is unmistakable. Think of vitamin C as the quiet guardian of vitality. It does not draw attention to itself, yet without it, everything begins to crumble. With it, the body feels lighter, stronger, and more willing to move. After 60, this nutrient is not a luxury but a necessity, the invisible armor that protects strength and keeps life flowing. There is a kind of tiredness that does not go away with rest. Many men after 60 know this feeling well. They wake in the morning still heavy, their thoughts scattered, their memory less sharp than before. Some even notice tingling in their hands or feet, or a strange weakness that seems to arrive without warning. These are not just the ordinary signs of age, they are often the quiet voice of a body lacking vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, a nutrient that turns food into energy and keeps the nervous system alive. Vitamin B1 is like the spark in an engine. Without it, the body cannot transform carbohydrates into usable fuel. Meals may be eaten, but the energy never truly arrives. The result is muscles that feel weak, a brain that struggles to focus, and a nervous system that reacts too slowly. Imagine trying to light a fire with damp wood. The flame flickers, never catching fully, leaving only smoke and frustration. This is what life feels like when thiamine runs low. But the importance of B1 reaches deeper. It fuels the nerves, keeping them sensitive and quick. When levels drop, nerves lose their vitality, leading to poor reflexes, numbness, or even pain. Memory and concentration suffer as well, leaving men frustrated by lapses they cannot explain. At the same time, testosterone balance depends partly on B1, which means that energy and intimate vitality are tied directly to this small but powerful vitamin. The signs of deficiency are often overlooked. Constant fatigue, irritability, mood swings, loss of appetite, even a racing heartbeat can all be warning. Many accept them as part of aging, but in truth they are signals that the flame is fading. The body is asking for fuel, not only in the form of calories, but in the form of thiamine to release those calories into real energy. Food holds the key. Whole grains, beans, nuts, seeds, eggs, fish, and lean meats are all natural sources of B1. In the past, when diets were less refined, people received steady amounts. But modern habits often strip away this foundation. White rice polished until its outer layer is gone, bread refined of its wheat germ, meals built from sugar and processed food all leave the body hungry for thiamine. This hunger shows not in the stomach, but in the nerves, in memory, in strength that no longer lasts. For those who eat little or no animal products, the challenge is greater. Plant foods alone often cannot supply enough B1, making supplements an important option. Taken in the morning, they fuel the body for the day ahead, supporting alertness and endurance. Timing matters because thiamine works best when it arrives with the rising sun, not when the body is preparing for rest. The difference can be profound. A man who once woke with a heavy mind and sluggish body may find after weeks of steady B1 intake that his thoughts sharpen, his energy rises, his steps regain lightness. What felt like the inevitable weight of age begins to lift, revealing the strength that was only hidden, not lost. Think of vitamin B1 as the flame of memory and strength. It burns quietly, but without it the body slows, the mind dulls, and confidence fades. With it the flame rises again, feeding muscles, fueling nerves, balancing hormones, and keeping the spark of life alive. After 60, this flame is not optional, it is essential. The steady fire that turns ordinary food into the power to live fully. Vitality is not built by a single pillar. It rises when several quiet forces align. Vitamin D, vitamin C, and vitamin B1 do not compete. They complete one another, turning scattered effort into steady power. Think of the body as an orchestra. Bones and muscles as rhythm, vessels as breath, nerves as strings. When each section tunes well, the music flows without strain. Vitamin D lays the structure. It guides calcium into bone, steadies posture, and supports the hormonal spark that gives courage to act. Without that foundation, strength wobbles. Vitamin C protects the pathways. It guards the delicate lining of arteries, preserves collagen, and keeps flow elastic so oxygen can arrive on time. Without that shield, movement costs more energy than it should. Vitamin B1 lights the engine. It unlocks fuel from food, sharpens nerve signals, and keeps the mind alert enough to direct the body. Without that flame, effort feels heavy even when the path is open. Leave one piece missing and imbalance appears. Strong bones with poor flow still tire. Good circulation with a dim nervous system still hesitates. Quick nerves without structure still falter under load. Restore all three and a calm confidence returns. Not dramatic, but dependable. The daily rhythm is simple. Morning light to invite vitamin D, a habit of fresh fruits and vegetables to renew vitamin C, whole grains, beans, eggs, or fish to feed vitamin B1. Over weeks the body answers, stiffness eases, breath deepens, and endurance holds. It feels less like a trick and more like remembering how the system was meant to work. 3 notes holding one chord. Knowledge becomes power only when it is lived. The 3 nutrients we have explored are not rare or difficult to find. They are woven into daily routines that any man can build, regardless of where he lives. The task is not to chase complicated diets, but to shape small habits that quietly accumulate into strength. The morning is the most decisive moment. A short walk under gentle sunlight invites vitamin D into the skin. 15 minutes is enough, and it can be paired with simple movement to awaken joints. Breakfast then becomes the stage for both vitamin C and B1. A bowl of oats or brown rice porridge with nuts supplies thiamine, while a serving of fresh fruit such as orange, guava, or kiwi delivers vitamin C. A glass of milk or a boiled egg completes the balance. At midday, the body asks for renewal. Lunch, that includes fish or beans with vegetables, adds another layer. A salad with peppers, broccoli, or tomatoes ensures vitamin C remains steady, while grains and legumes continue to feed vitamin B1. This does not require luxury. Even a plate of rice and lentils with a squeeze of lemon can serve as quiet medicine. Evening meals should be lighter yet nourishing. Steamed vegetables, whole grain bread, and lean protein give the body fuel without burdening digestion. Men who add mushrooms, dairy, or fortified foods receive one more portion of vitamin D, ensuring the day ends as strong as it began. The secret is not in grand gestures, but in rhythm. Sunlight each morning, fruits each day, grains and proteins each meal. With consistency, the body adjusts, balance returns, and vitality deepens. These are not exotic steps. They are ordinary choices repeated with care. Over time, they form the invisible foundation of confidence and endurance, proving that even after 60, strength can still grow when daily life itself becomes the medicine. Age does not decide vitality, choices do. What many see as decline is often imbalance, a silence that can be broken with light, nourishment, and simple habits. Vitamin D, vitamin C, and vitamin B1 are not secrets hidden far away. They are everyday companions waiting to be noticed. With them, bones hold firm, blood flows freely, and memory shines again. The lesson is not about chasing youth, but about honoring the body. When we give it what it asks for, it responds with strength that feels both familiar and new. Each sunrise, each meal, each small decision is a chance to keep the flame alive. So let age be a measure of wisdom, not weakness. Let the years become chapters of resilience, not decline. Strength is never lost. It only waits for the right moment to return. And that moment begins when you choose to welcome it back.